Alright folks, welcome back to the losers match of Hey Look Koreans. It's a tournament put on by one of our subscribers here at Base Trade TV. It's pretty cool stuff to have this sort of thing go down. There's a $2,500 prize pool for this event, but we're still only in group stages and we're in the last group right now. So this will be one of the last few players eliminated from this tournament. We'll see who it's going to be. Spawning in the bottom right corner though, hoping to stay on and go to the finals. It's CM Storm's Revival.
Color me red. Hey, I actually did color him red.
Yeah. Actually, the team colors look really good this time. Blue for my Insanity and red for CM Storm.
Yeah. Representing blue or my Insanity, it is Sacsri. Or to have it pronounced properly, Sacsri.
Wow, dude. I really hate casting with you a little bit.
Why?
Because I'm learning I'm saying everything wrong.
It's okay. Nobody gets it right anyway.
Sacsri or however, I can't even, like, whatever. Anyways, my white boy casting aside.
Offend me much.
Yeah. My white boy casting aside, I am really curious to see how this one's going to go down. We do have a very exactly the same opener, actually, from these guys. But, you know, that last game, once more, like, I'm getting more and more impressed with Revival, even when he loses. That game kind of didn't show the best display of skill for him, unfortunately, but it was another scenario where he was kind of up against weird odds. He was the one who chose to go for the cheese this time rather than the other way around, however. And I wonder if Sacsri senses weakness. You know, he's like, "Oh, Mutalisk works so well. Let's do it again."
And also, we got to see how good Revival splits are.
Yeah. Oh, that's gotta be like the highlight of the game for me. Like, even though he lost.
Yeah. That was insane. Imagine if those were Marines.
There's so many times in StarCraft 2, Zombie and I have talked about this. Like, I really want to make a tournament one time where, like, wins aren't the determining factor. Like, okay, you get a point for winning, you get, like, a point for style, you get a point for build order, like, you get a point for being cool. Like,
well, like figure skating.
Maybe, yeah, kind of like that. You have the sign above your head, 8.0. No, but really, there are some times where you just see the coolest things come out of players, but they still lose the game. Like, I think in that sort of tournament, you'd see someone like TLO beat every Korean.
I don't disagree.
Well, it's a pipe dream that maybe we could come up with one day in the future. For now, though, I really don't mind these regular standardized events. They're a lot of fun. We get some pretty good games, some fantastic players involved, and it's still, you know, I gotta tell you, the players that have been eliminated from this tournament, like, it still blows me away that they were playing in the first place, but B, that we've had such crazy sort of, I guess, invite responses. I mean, for those who don't know, James here, he and I work together to basically handpick and invite each of these players ourselves. You know, there wasn't some entity from above, and the guy who helped put us together for this tournament said, just go wild. I just want to see something good. So, you know, we already had Czech leave, sadly, Alive as well. But, wait, no, did Alive or Hero win that group, actually? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, Alive and Hero.
Yeah, Alive and Hero won that group. So it's Czech and Hyun who went out of the group. And of course, let's not forget yesterday we had First, Hack, Myungsik, and Top. Like, those are 4 names you would expect to be in the round of 8, not knocked out of the group stage. So pretty fantastic event so far, and I look very forward to what is going to be the round of 8 tomorrow. I didn't actually ask you. Are you going to be back to cast that? Are you available or?
When tomorrow? Yes, yes.
Cool.
I am available every day and all day.
Guys, you gotta understand. I don't think you understand just how big of a deal this caster with us is. He even had Tasha tweet at him with "Wow." I mean, James is a big deal, guys. I want to stress this because we keep seeing people call him John or Josh or like anything, Jason, anything but James. I mean, Mal is his name, M-A-L online, but it's Jason or Jason, it's James in real life. Either way.
Sure.
I'm really glad you've been able to join us for the last couple days. It's sad Zomgrab couldn't stick around for all of today, but we'll see what happens for tomorrow. As far as this game progresses, though, we do have a couple of Zerglings starting to come out of Sacsri. We'll see if he's completely given up on drones. He has invested in the +1, which tells me this is going to be quite a dedicated attack. I mean, +1 Carapace as well. Again, for those who are newer to StarCraft 2, it's going to allow him to take Baneling hits. But the weird irony is, I guess, that Revival doesn't have Banelings to go for the hits. He's quickly going for 1-1.
My mind is just blown. I didn't even realize the game went this far.
Wow. I guess you do need that break, man.
Yeah. I was just listening to you talk, and then I was like, whoa, am I watching replay of something? Like, time really flew.
Dude, this is, it's when you spend time with friends, man. Time flies.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of banelings coming down. This will be used primarily to bust the wall. I kind
And
of wonder
this
though,
is
like,
very interesting because it's just one armor upgrade.
well,
attack.
but I almost want to see him drive the banelings. That's always bugs out. I want to see him drive the banelings into the Roach Warren. It'll kill Revival's production and open a hole in the wall. Same way it would if it went on one of the Evo chambers, but there'd be a bigger hole if he goes to the right side. So I mean that's the pro and the con, but drives the banelings right through that Evo chamber, trying to get these lings on top of the queens. There's a lot of transfuses, and I don't know if he'll be able to take this Roach Warren down, but he is chipping away at it while this goes on. So this will
And
kill
also
the production.
Roach Warren too.
No, that's exactly what I'm talking about. The Roach Warren does fall. He slips by. Then another Roach Warren starts up immediately.
more
Here comes some more
banelings.
banelings.
Oh.
Oh, but he doesn't want to waste them on the queens, of course. He's got to get them to that juicy, nougaty center known as the mineral line. Drones are starting to split. Revival once again showing some skills, but 18 workers died through this. Oh. The Roaches are getting surrounded by the lings, but their
Funny
backs
thing is,
are against the wall.
If he can hold this, like he's not so far behind because he had such a high.
He had a higher
drone
drone count to begin with. Yeah, it just
Yeah.
levels the playing field for Sacsri. But I guess the question beyond that is, will that be enough? I mean, for Sacsri's sake, he invested in a lot more links coming out behind this. He's slowly transitioning to his +1. He's getting his Roach Warren up now. I think the bare minimum is that Sacsri controls the thirds as a result of this, but I don't know if he breaks through this wall again. The Evo Chamber's still really low from that first attack. He might not even have to use banelings on it, and if he doesn't, well, we saw the magic he did before. He might be able to pull it off again. Drone comes in to try and block this out. Lings here for the body block. The Broodlings! You know, I mean,
Broodling, the hold position Broodling, that was sick.
that was so sick. I made jokes about the Broodlings last game, and I take it all back, dude. Those Broodlings were badass. The banelings don't get a lot done. He does kill a couple more drones, and now he's at a pretty bad deficit. 26 workers versus 34. But he's got a huge Roach lead over his opponents. Can Revival's counterattack do it? I mean, there's going to be a lot of lings. If he gets caught in the middle of the map and surrounded, these are low. Some may die immediately, but for the most part, coming across the map like this, he's going to have just that. What is the Roach count right now? It's 17 versus 0.
The thing is that the interesting that Sacsri did was instead of there's a spill cut uplink, right? You go for melee 1 upgrade and the armor 1 upgrade. But instead of going for the uplink, he kind of twisted it a little bit by having the baneling nest, and now he's put in a weird position where Revival's roaches have 1-1, and he's almost equivalent of not having any upgrades.
Well, so, yeah, I guess they're both going to have 1-1 to cancel each other out, I suppose. But as far as this goes, I mean, this was what I kind of talked about. Like, Sacsri having control of the third. His third finishes up. Revival's only just begun, and I guess there's the small fear that he might play with some paranoia. He's putting so many drones behind this, he might want to protect that investment and not send the Roaches across the map. And if that's the case, Sacsri's no longer that big disadvantage.
But if Sacsri stops coming for the aggressions and run-bys, then Revival knows that it's the time to move out and attack, because he probably thinks that Sacsri is droning up or something like that.
Yeah. Just by the way, guys, quick announcement, because I saw it brought up earlier. We are going to take about a 5-minute break between this and the winners match for the casters to take a small break, and like some folks in chat wanted to. It's been a long day of casting, so if you guys do want to take a break, we will take an extended one after this series concludes, but when the series finishes, not this game, because this could go game 3. Fingers crossed for Revival. He's going to have 2-2 over his opponent. 2-2, though, I don't know. We see so many engagements come down where it's like 2-2 versus 2-1, and it really doesn't seem to have that big of an impact, because it still comes down to who's got more Roaches, whose Roach count is bigger. And I think with Revival being later to his third base, the economy is not going to complement him nearly as well as will for Sacsri.
2-2, actually, believe it or not, makes a lot of difference versus 2-1. They may not have
Yeah, but if it's 18 Roaches
shown
versus
in some
30...
previous games. What's that?
Yeah, but if it's 18 Roaches versus 30...
Oh, well. I was not to that extent, but...
Because, I mean, that's kind of
does
where
make
we're heading with this direction. That third base, that economy for Sacsri, I mean, it is just... It might not be more drones, but it's more efficient drones that have been mining more efficiently longer. So it is a situation where he's got more Roaches now. Not by a huge margin, but we usually see this end up paying off 5 minutes from now rather than an immediate return on the investment.
From these games, what I'm seeing is that Revival, he hasn't been really playing a lot in front of people in the last couple months almost. So, like, he's been ahead in a lot of games. His micro's been, absolutely fantastic. He hasn't really shown any sign of his illness. today. At least not that much.
I like, by the way, for anyone who's just sitting there, probably think like, oh no, what's wrong? Does he have like cancer or something? Like, what illness is he talking about? Yeah, we're just making jokes about Revival making throws, guys.
Playing with
throw
his
up.
feet. That's what we call playing with his feet as well. Like,
Yeah.
instead of microing with your or using your mouse with your hand.
Oh
just
my
the
goodness.
feet.
I just realized, look at the Overlord spread for both these guys, by the way. There's like red dots like systematically everywhere on the map. Revival can see everything as if he had map vision on. Black sheep wall, same goes for Sacsri, as he's got everything spread to where he needs to see attack paths coming.
Hacks.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, this is one of the times where, like, investing in Mutalisks blinds your opponent. Like, you gotta consider, like, look at the vision Revival has, opposed to if Sacsri had gone for that Mutalisk opener again. He would have none of this. He would see none of this coming. He wouldn't comfortably take a fourth. This would be a very different game. But man, I can't believe that Overlord spread. That is sick, actually, from both players.
Revival is doing what Sulky did to him in the map Catalina with Baneling Nest. And also Saxry's doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah, the Baneling Nest is a very scary, formidable thing to watch out for. But for now, it is going to be that 2-2 upgrade versus 2-1. We don't have a big Roach change. It is 62 over 52. Normally that's a little bit scarier, but with Banelings on the way and a defender's advantage, I think Sacsri should be able to hold on. Because Revival's coming down a ramp. He's fighting into a big concave. This is not a fight he wants to take. Well, maybe it's a fight he wants to take, but it's a fight he shouldn't take.
Well, what he's trying to do is that he borrowed 3 roaches, went into the natural. So he wanted that distraction.
Yeah, distracts. I like that move. That's probably one of my favorite moves to watch happen. But he's clumped up for the Baneling. It's no splits whatsoever. Every Baneling connects to the Roaches. His number drops by half immediately, and suddenly, instead of having 62 Roaches over 50, he's down 44 Roaches to 10. Oh, Revival, is that the disease, James? The disease of Banelings. He's going to try to remake what he can. His own Banelings are on the way, of course, but he doesn't have the bank to max out. Revival... Oh, this is the loser's match. He's in so much danger right now. Not just of this game, but the tournaments. He could be knocked out right here, right now. That's so many Roaches. He knocks down the 4th base. Revival fighting with what he can. Again, a small upgrade advantage, but it doesn't fend off what is double the Roach count. 50 over 24. Sacsri has got so many more Roaches coming to the front lines. There's some transfuses. There's a Queen trying to help, but it's not nearly enough. I think at this point, Macro prevails.
I don't understand why I'm so heartbroken. I should be happy.
That's the thing with this tournament. There's so many players to love. Like, it sucks when anyone gets knocked out.
Oh my god, what have I done?
Yeah, it sucks when